Yet I worked with street children before I met StreetInvest. We had a different focus, a different view, different perceptions, and therefore different approaches. Can somebody be frustrated working with and for street children? Oh yes, so much frustration. But what will be responsible for it? It is because that person or those people think, believe, they have the answers, they have the solution, they have the power, they have the money to gather the children from the street, send them to school, gather the children from the street, send them back home. Yes, they have the money. But what brings about the frustration is when you realize that at the end of the day, your money runs out, your energy runs out, your zeal runs out, because you always see a bouncing back syndrome. In our trainings, as global trainers for StreetInvest, we call it the sticking plaster approach. What is the sticking plaster approach? Not trying to find out to know what the cause is, how I can treat this wound so that it can be healed. And then you just take plaster and you stick it across. That's what many people do. Many rich people have spent their monies in vain because they have supported children to go from the street because they think the answer is get them from the street, send them home. The UN Convention on the Right of the Child says the best place for the child to grow is the home. But there is a definition for a home. What is a home? A home is a place where the child feels safe, secured, protected, cared for, loved, and supported eventually. If these things are missing, I don't call it a home. I have told people that sometimes the home becomes hell and the street becomes heaven. And that is what people don't understand. And that is what we exist to make the world know. That you must avoid the endless frustration and begin to see the street children as people who have rights on their own, needs that must be sought to understand, views and opinions to be respected and valued, and a meaningful part or role to play in their own lives. Some people don't get it. They want the quick fix. And we exist to tell the world that a quick fix can work for a moment, but it does not work forever, nor does it last. We believe in taking baby steps with children. If you take baby steps with children, giving them listening ears, gradually working on and building trust-centered relationships with these children, always respecting their views and opinions and trusting them every moment and every second, and meeting the child today and the child is not ready to go an inch, you are not ready to go an inch. Why? Because you are not leading the process. Those who have the money want to lead the process. At StreetInvest, we don't have the money, but we have the knowledge, the skills, and then therefore it reflects into our practice. And we believe that spending your time, meaningful time, engaging with the children and giving them listening ears and showing understanding with their situation, always trusting them, you see trust bouncing back and coming to you. They will never trust you initially because their trust has been betrayed by adults like you and me. So to see an adult and to trust him a day, rule it out because it's impossible. But we believe it can happen. But you must demonstrate your own side of being a trustworthy adult. But that is what every child needs on the street. That is what we exist to do. But because no one man can do it, with the saying, no man is an island, we believe unless we are together in this venture, street workers, community members, those who have the ability and the money to support what we do, so that we train, equip, and capacitate more people like George, Tijani, and Fred to be there to demonstrate that the answer is not in our hands. The answer is actually with the children. When we trust them, in the end they can trust us. And what we used to do for them, going to search for them, It comes back, and then you see the street child coming to search for George. Why? Because something has been established. A trust-centered relationship where the child sees me then as a trustworthy adult. When a child has that, the child has everything.